So today we're starting off with doing a eyebrow routine. Since in my first video I didn't show how I do my eyebrows, so I figured I just do a in-depth video on how I do this. That you will need a pencil or a pomade, whatever it is you decide to use. I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in chocolate, and it looks like that. You will also need a concealer. I'm going to be using the Maybelline's Better Skin concealer brush, which I got from BH Cosmetics. A eyebrow brush, but this eyebrow brush I believe I got from Walmart. It has a spoolie on one end and the actual brush on the other. And then you will need a eyebrow gel. This eyebrow gel I got out of my monthly subscription of Ipsy. And then just a regular blending brush just to blend out the concealer. So we're gonna start out with taking that brush that I just showed and dipping that into the pomade. And how I do my brows, I don't underline them to start with. I just brush them up and then I fill in the middle. That's how I start mine off. All the way until the tail of my brow. I just fill it in. And then with whatever is left over on the brush, I bring it forward. And as I'm bringing it forward, I swoop it up so that there isn't any harsh lines. And then I blend that out with the spoolie end of the brush. Now I outline them. To me, it's just easier to blend when I do it this way versus just starting out with an outline. Okay, that should do for right now. Then we do the exact same thing to the other one. Dip it in the pomade, brush it up, and then fill it in, starting with the middle. A lot of people sit there and say that they like to start off with a light hand and do light strokes and all of that when they're doing their brows, but me, I don't do that because blending is your friend. As long as you blend for your life, like your life depend on it, your brows will not look harsh. They'll look just perfectly fine. Well, at least mine's do. Mine's look perfectly fine. It all depends on what you like, what you prefer. If you prefer, you know, your eyebrows to be dark, if you prefer tail to be dark or light or whatever it is that you prefer, do it how you like. Because there's no specific way for anybody to do their makeup. If you like it, I love it. If it works for you, who am I to tell you not to do it? You know? And then you want to blend that out. This pomade, sometimes if you leave it open, it dries out pretty quickly. So I always close mine. So then we're going to go in with the concealer and the concealer brush. The way I do mine is I take some and I put it on the back of my hand just so I can actually have control over what's actually going to shape my brow. And then I dip my brush into the product that's on the back of my hand. And then I arch my brows. Going to relax my face. And I'm just going to start slowly. I'm just going to start slowly concealing my brow. And then again, I'm going to go into the product that's on the back of my hand and do the top. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I make mistakes with my makeup all the time. When I tell you, honey, all the time, I make mistakes all the time. You just have to stay calm and just know how to fix it. Because if you start panicking or you get mad because you mess up, that's when everything just becomes a hot mess. And then you're just like, you know what? I'm not going anywhere anymore because my brows don't look right. Everything is just completely falling apart. It don't look right, or whatever the case may be. So just know how to fix it. In this case, I did mess up a little bit. I mean, well, to me, I messed up a little bit. It might not look like I messed up to you guys, but I messed up. So to fix that, what I do is I go back into the pomade. And when I go back into it, I take a very light hand and just dip it in there slightly. And then I just outline whatever I feel like I messed up on. And what I feel like I messed up on is the top, because I put just a little bit too much concealer. Completely, well, not completely, but messed up my arch just a little bit. But now we back. Look at that. Then, like I said, blending brush. I don't even know exactly where I got this blending brush from. I think it might have been like AliExpress or Amazon or somewhere. I got it from somewhere offline. But this brush, whatever blending brush you do have, and you just want to blend it out. And like I said before, blending is your best friend. So even if it takes you a whole 15 minutes to blend out whatever it is you're doing, take that 15 minutes and blend whatever it is, whether it's contour, highlight, eyebrows, eyeshadow. Take the time to blend it out. Because when you out and you go and look in the mirror later on and you like, ooh, cha, damn, you'll be happy you blended it out. Now, once you blended it out, you take your concealer brush and you give it that fading transition with the leftover concealer that's on the brush, so there's no harsh lines in the beginning of your brow. Now, some people like to have that box look when they're doing their brows, but me personally, I don't like it. It's not for me. I used to wear my brows like that, but no, honey boo boo. And then you just take that blending brush again and just blend that out. Look at that. 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 And then we're going to do the exact same thing to the other brow. So once you have made sure that everything is blended out to the way you like it, you take your eyebrow gel and you set your brow. And then you should be good.